What's up? What's up, Adrian?
Hey, what's up with you, girl? How you doing?
I'm doing good. Can you hear me good?
Yeah, I can hear you real good.
Yeah. Where your Wi-Fi box? Because I hear that little static.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Well, my Wi-Fi box is like sitting right here on
Yeah,
my laptop.
put it on the other side. Remember when you put it over there, I didn't hear it? Yeah,
Okay,
that's cool.
that's better.
Yeah. All right. What's up? What's up, Facebookies, YouTubers, and my Twitter fingers? What's up with y'all? Now I'm sending our stuff out to Snapchat, also on TikTok, IG. Y'all better come through, pull up. This is Hootie Who's Finest Talk Show. And today, this week, we are just going to have some fun today. We're just going to have a little NFL talk. We're going to have we got to get into our Dear Tree and Adrian letter. We love those letters. And we're going to talk a little Hootie Who's gossip, celebrity gossip. Just a little bit, just a little taste. Don't laugh about some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, how your week been going, Adrian?
My week been busy. I've been busy all week so far. Just getting everything in order and keeping keeping everything up to date. With like different things. It could be email, some of my contact lists, some of the connections that I've made,
Yeah.
just tapping in, with family, friends, just letting everybody know I'm still out here, just busy, that I
Busy.
love them and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's cool. Well, I'm happy you just busy, busy, Mr. Busy Bee. I am so happy
yeah, I'm
about
pretty busy.
that. Staying
Yeah,
busy
thank
is making money and pushing forward towards the
you.
goal. Look
And spending money, boy, boy, spend so much money. Man, boy, bills, man. It's tough when you earning when you earn every dollar, man. It means a little bit more.
yes,
You
yeah.
value it way more than when you just hustling. I'm getting it the easy way.
You
So
got that
when you
right.
earn it, you cherish it more. What about you? How your week been going?
Oh my goodness. This past week has been devastating. Calvin caught
Wow.
COVID at work. He worked at a
Yeah.
hospital. Brought it home. I caught it. The worst thing ever. I mean, it just felt like a ton of bricks was put on my chest. He couldn't stop coughing. I was
Wow.
having respiratory problems. Um, we got our antibiotics and everything, and they gave us some steroids, opened up our chest, which the antibiotics did good. We're both negative now, so we're in a good space, but I'm still kind of having a few respiratory every now and then, a little shortness of breath, but overall, doing a lot better. Thank God. Thank God he got us through that
Thank God.
mess. Yeah,
That's
whole
good. That's good. It's still scary, still scary. COVID is still out there. So people, if you're out, protect yourself. Wear your mask, use hand sanitizer, wash your hands,
man. I
still
just
out there.
ordered us more masks, cases of masks. I was against them. I hadn't caught COVID even when it came out before. I worked in the ER, never caught it or anything till now. And it hit me so hard.
Yeah.
This strand or whatever they got out is something else. So yes, wear your mask, guys. I suggest. People get back to masking it up. Hand sanitizers again. Wear gloves when you at places like the car,
Yeah.
the gas, the pump. I mean, just little stuff. Even out, like just be careful because it's no joke, and
Yeah.
it's no way of knowing how your body is gonna react to it. We had the
Yeah,
same
that's the part.
Yeah, we had the same symptoms, but our bodies reacted totally different to the symptoms. So, yeah, so just stay up. So let's move it along, Adrian. We got some NFL talk. What's up? We getting closer and closer to playoffs. What you know about that?
Yeah.
I got your little
Uh,
picks.
you know, uh, yeah, yeah, my picks, I think I won more than I lost, but I didn't win the pool or anything. So, because I entered one of the pools at my job. Yeah. That San Francisco game got me,
Oh, I'm sure
and that
it
Monday
did.
night game got me.
Yeah,
Yeah, got
I'm
me.
sure that San Francisco game got you. So let's go ahead and get to it, right? All right, so first we had Dallas and Seattle. You went for Dallas, I went for Seattle, and you came out victorious with that one. Dallas won
And Dallas won.
41-35.
Yeah.
It was a high scoring game.
Very high scoring game. Yeah.
Yeah. So then we had the Titans and Indianapolis. Okay. We had you went for the Titans and I went for Indy and I won Indy
Yeah.
what?
Indy.
31-28. Oh dang.
Yeah. They were underdogs in that game, too.
No, Indy.
Yeah. They pulled it off.
Yeah. Well, Indy is playing better than the Titans these days. So when did I get on soccer? I just completely okay. So let's go to the next one. We had the Chargers. Let me see who they played. I'm back on NFL. The Chargers played the Patriots. And this was a very low scoring game. We both won. We went for the Chargers. The Chargers beat them 6-0.
Yeah.
That was the lowest scoring
Yeah.
game.
Lowest
All right.
scoring game or good defensive game. One of the two.
Yeah, they held each other a lot.
Yeah.
All right, so let's move it along. We got these Detroit Lions. They trying to do something this year since the 1960s. We both hit this one. We both went for Detroit. No Saints. Saints lost. Detroit won. So we kind of
Yeah.
even on that one. All right, New York Jets and ATL. Yeah, guess who won on this one? Because you
Who
went with
won?
the Jets. So I went with ATL. This was a low scoring game too. 13 ATL, Jets 8.
Damn,
So
I lost that one.
I got you on that one, Adrian. And then
Uh,
we had the Cardinals in Pittsburgh. We both gave Pittsburgh the benefit of the doubt. They was at home, but they lost by the Cardinals. Sorry, AZ.
wow, I didn't go with the Cardinals. I thought I went with the Cardinals. You sure?
No, you went with Pittsburgh with me, the home team.
Yeah.
All right. So
Hey,
next we had the Dolphins in Washington. We both went with
okay.
Miami,
Yeah, I know I went with the Dolphins.
and we both won. All right, we got the
Mm-hmm.
Broncos at Houston Texans. We both went with who?
The
Russell Wilson,
Broncos, right?
and we lost.
Yeah.
I knew I should have went with
We
the Texans.
lost.
The Texans is playing too good right now. They 7-5.
Yeah.
They trying to stay in it to win it. All right, next we got Carolina Panthers and Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We both went with the Bucks, and we
You
both
said the Panthers and the Buccaneers.
yeah. The Panthers is only 1-11. They really need to keep losing so they can get first round draft pick. Hey, man. Never mind. And
Ooh, they plan to lose. Huh?
yeah. So we got Cleveland Browns in LA with the LA Rams. Unfortunately, I don't like the Rams because they're in my division, so I didn't go with them. You did, and you won. It was they told Cleveland a little bit up, 36-19. So you got me on that one, Adrian. But
Okay,
then,
okay, we even on so far.
yeah, but then we got the 49ers at Philly. When you know
Yeah,
you
Philly
should
disappointed me.
have community team.
Yeah, I could have won some tickets to a basketball game if they would have won.
I told you,
Yeah,
Adrian. Like,
yeah, they owe me some money. I'm gonna need that.
but to out listen, we are healthy. When everybody healthy, we play good ball. It's gonna be hard to beat us. People don't hear me, but okay. Anyway, this is what happened with this. Another incident of yours. Green Bay,
Okay.
the Chiefs against the Packers. We both went with the Chiefs,
Ooh,
and we both lost. This was an
we
upset.
both lost. That was an upset.
Boy,
Yeah, I mean that the defense, that Green Bay defense was playing real good that whole game. I saw most of that game.
listen. KC fans are so used to winning, you would think that they lost the Super Bowl. Yeah, I was like, calm down, dang. Y'all still gonna make it to the
Yeah,
playoffs. They like, we got issues. Everybody got issues. Calm down. The Chiefs is 8-4. They're gonna make it to the playoffs. And yeah, now when you get to the playoffs and see how they playing, then you can start panicking. But right now, y'all 8-4. Chiefs fans, calm down. But the Packers did tear that booty up 27-19, and the Packers was at home. All right, Monday
yeah.
night. This was
Mm.
yeah, weird. Cincinnati at Jacksonville, and of course Cincinnati won 34-31. It kind of was an upset for both of us because we went for Jacksonville.
Went for Jacksonville. Thought the Jaguars gonna do something. They were at home. Gave them the home. Thinking that home field advantage would work for them. It didn't. They lost, and we
They
lost.
and that home field stuff don't go. It don't always go. Home teams don't always win. Sure. I ain't
No, that's true. That's true. You
with
you,
you with
you
this
think that
home.
they sometimes the home team, that crowd being at home give you a slight edge.
Yeah,
So if, I'm not sure about something. I just go with the home team.
it's a good idea, but it don't always work. It didn't work for us this last week.
No, it doesn't.
All
It
right,
did
let's
not.
move on. We got to get this week 14 picks out the way, Adrian. And I'm dying to see who you got this week. Hopefully, you do some good picks so you can win something on the pool. Come on,
I'm
Adrian.
on it. I'm on it. Let's go.
All
Let's get
right.
it done.
So Thursday, tomorrow, we got New England Patriots at Pittsburgh Steelers. Now the Patriots is 2-10, the Steelers is 7-5. Who you got? I know who I got.
Well, I got the Steelers. I'm surprised by the Steelers this season. They've been pulling out some wins that were kind of unexpected, and they're like a sleeper team.
Yeah,
They're
they
creeping
are.
into the playoffs, and yeah, you get them into the playoffs, it ain't no telling what they're capable of doing.
That is so
So
true.
yeah, I got the Steelers on this game.
And you know what? They always make it to the playoffs. I don't remember the last
Yeah,
time.
they got that championship creed.
Yeah, I don't remember the last time they did not make it to the playoffs. They don't go that far, but they yeah. So I'm going with Pittsburgh
But
as well.
they won in the last like maybe 10 years. They won what
Yeah,
about three Super Bowls? So that's pretty good.
I didn't know they won
That's
three.
real good.
I knew they won one. Okay, that
Yeah.
is almost.
With yeah, I believe with Roethlisberger, he got at least two or three.
Okay. Come on, Tomlinson.
Yeah.
All right, so let's move it on to Sunday, December 10th. We got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, that's 5-7, going up against Atlanta at home, 6-6. Who you got? That's gonna be a good game. The Bucks and
What's Atlanta like win and lose count?
Atlanta is six and
What's
six.
their record? Oh, okay. So they one game above, really. I'm gonna go with Atlanta. I'm gonna go with Atlanta. Go with the home team. See what that defense do.
You know what? I gotta go with ATL too. Nah,
Da.
I'm gonna go with the Bucks. You know why? Because Atlanta,
What?
even
What you say? You breaking up like real bad.
can you hear me better? Hold on.
You still kind of breaking up.
Can you hear me better now? Let me see if I move.
Uh, okay, yeah.
Better? A little bit. Let's see. Hmm. Can you hear me? It might be my mic. Let me do it like this. Hold on. All right. Oh, that's you, Adrian. You leaving me. Where you go? Oh, there you go. You back. Hold on. Let me get you. Yeah, that was you breaking up. Can you hear
That was
me?
me.
Yeah, because you faded
Yeah, I
out.
hear you real good now.
All right, let's go. All right, so I'm gonna go with the Bucks. We got Tampa Bay
You
going
going
into.
with Tampa Bay?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Bucks. They fighting for their life.
All right, yeah. Put me down for Atlanta.
I got you for ATL. All right, next we got
ATL.
Detroit Lions is going into Detroit
Mm-hmm.
is 9-3. They're going into Chicago Bears home, which is 4-8. What you think gonna happen?
And the Bears always give them a good game. I'm gonna still go with Detroit. Um, I'm gonna go with the odds. You know, Detroit. I know they're favorite to win. Um, see what happens.
Detroit gonna tear them booties up. Sorry. Uh Next we got the Colts. Indianapolis is going into Cincinnati Bengals. Indianapolis 7-5, Cincinnati 6-6. Now Cincinnati at 6-6 still got a chance for the playoffs, right?
Yeah. That's one thing about certain divisions. You know, you can be at 500 or even below and still have action at a wild card or something like that.
Yeah.
Um, well, I'm gonna go with Cincinnati. I'm gonna go with Cincinnati. I'm gonna see what
You going
Cincy
with
do.
Cincy?
I don't know if huh?
You going with Cincy? I'm going with the Colts.
You who you going with?
I'm going with Indy. You going with Cincinnati. I'm going with the Colts.
All right.
You like that? All right, let's
I
go.
like that. I like that. That's gonna be a good competitive game.
Okay, so we got Jacksonville Jaguars is going, and they're 8-4. They're going to Cleveland Browns
Mhm.
territory, which is 7-5. That's gonna be a good game. That is.
I'm going to go. I don't know Jacksonville. I mean, they. I think they're gonna bounce back. I think they're gonna bounce back. They're gonna go into Cleveland and get a win. So I'm going with Jacksonville again. You know.
Yeah, I'm going with Jacksonville too. Jacksonville is 5-0 on the road. I
Is
think
that
they
right?
yeah, I think they're gonna go into Cleveland and win. And the
Yeah,
Browns
and I know they're coming off. I think they're coming off two straight losses too, right?
I think so.
Last week and the week
I
before.
know they lost last week.
Yeah.
Let me see. The week before, I don't have a 12th one here. But anyway, let's go ahead. We got
Let's go.
the Carolina Panthers, and we
Okay.
got they're going to the Saints territory, the dark hole. Uh
Woo.
Packers is 1-11. Saints is 5-7.
Well, I'm gonna go. Carolina, they trying to get that number 1 draft pick or something. So they plan to lose. So I'm gonna go with the dark hole. I'm gonna go with the Saints.
Let's go, New
New
Orleans.
Orleans. You know what I'm
New
saying? Go
Orleans.
with the
Let's
home
get
state team.
the home state team. Come on, Adrian. Come through this.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
We got the Texans, and they going to
Okay.
the Jets territory. So the Texans is 7-5. The Jets is 4-8.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with the 7-5 team. I'm gonna go with the team that got the best winning record right on that one.
You going with the Texans?
Any given Sunday, anything can happen. Got a lot of upsets, but I'm going with Texas.
Yeah, I'm going with Houston too. I think they're gonna whoop on the Jets. Okay, this is a good one.
Uh-oh.
Los
I
Angeles
like good.
Rams is going to Baltimore Ravens territory. 6-6 is the
Ooh.
9-3 is the Ravens, and the Ravens really need this game.
Well, you already know I'm going with the Ravens. I'm going with Baltimore.
I'm gonna
You know what
have
I
to
mean?
because I don't like the
Yeah.
Rams,
I'm going
but I
with.
really want. I would prefer the Rams win than Baltimore. No, it's just me,
Yeah.
man. Anyway,
Yeah.
let's
I'm going with
move
Baltimore. I want to see that game.
on. Okay, so I'm going with
I
Baltimore.
like how Lamar Jackson is playing. He's opened his game up a little bit more, a little bit. He's throwing a lot better, getting the ball downfield. Um, yeah, I see him back in the Super Bowl within the next couple of seasons.
If they keep playing like that and they keep adding to his help and allowing him to throw the ball because they're 9-3, so he can throw the ball. They gotta keep getting him help and hopefully he stay healthy. So let's move it along. Okay, we got the Minnesota Vikings. They will be in Sin City. LV Raiders. The Vikings is 6-6, and the Raiders is 5-7. Yeah.
Raiders 5-7. Cousins is back to it. Yeah, Cousins is back. Woo. You never know what the Raiders gonna give you. I'm gonna go with the away team. I'm gonna go with Minnesota.
I'm definitely going with the Vikings.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not a Raider fan, but their organization is better. But I'm
I
not
might
pulling.
want to change my picks.
You can go with the Raiders if you want to. I dare you.
I go well. Put me down with the Raiders because
Okay.
Minnesota. I like them, but I can't. We can't have the same picks.
And
That's
that's
gonna be a
gonna
close
be a
one.
good game too.
It's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be a close one. Like I say, you just never know what the Raiders gonna give you. But I'm gonna go with the Raiders.
They're gonna be at home.
Whatever happened to Derek Carr? Did Derek Carr still in the league? They
Yeah.
just got rid of him.
That's New
Gotta look that up.
Orleans quarterback. That's New Orleans quarterback now.
Oh, okay, that's where he went. I know he went
Yeah.
somewhere.
All right. So let's go. Okay, we got the Seahawks coming to the Bay Area, coming to San Francisco. Who you got now? What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
I mean, I can we skip that one to the last? Can we
Sure,
come back to that one or something?
sure. I'll
Yeah,
let
let's
you
come back to that one. Yeah,
I'll let
I
you
want you to sweat a little bit on that. You know what I mean?
Me? Okay.
Yeah, I
Let
want
you
you to sweat a
marinate.
little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So after that, we got Buffalo Bills is coming to KC here, Arrowhead. What? Who do you got? Now, one thing I do know, the Bills always get the Chiefs a good game. The Chiefs talk they mess about the Bills. They always win. The Bills ain't beat them in
Yeah.
Arrowhead, but they always give them a good game now.
Well, I'm going with KC. I like the Bills. The Bills, they it's just the quarterback. He just throw too many
And
interceptions. He throw too many interceptions.
He really do.
So KC, they do take care of the ball. Mahomes rarely throw any interceptions. He'll get rid of the ball before he take a sack. With this other guy, man, he's all over the place. He need a lot more control in his game right now.
Yeah,
You get a little bit
yeah,
more discipline if you're ready. So I'm
yeah.
going with KC. Who you going with?
No question. KC is my second team. That's my community. That's my home. So KC it is, babe. I gotta go with them. The
Yeah,
Chiefs.
did you go to their parade when they had the parade after they won the Super Bowl?
Briefly didn't I got kind of claustrophobia, so I didn't go in the big mix of it, but I got a good shot of Mahomes walking across the street. He
Yeah.
was drunk as a skunk. He was toe up.
Oh my goodness. Hey,
He was. Let me see if
sometimes you gotta let your hair down, so
I
to
get.
speak.
He did. Let me see. Where is the chat? I can't see no chat. Okay. Hey, cousin, I knew I had a chat come through. Hey, cousin, what's up with you? Welcome to the show.
Hello.
All right. So we both got KC. We just going over our picks right now. If you still on. Next we got Broncos. Denver is heading into LA for the Chargers. What you gonna do?
Okay. What's Denver record? What they're like 5-7 or something like that?
Denver is actually 6-6, and the Chargers is
Okay.
5-7.
Okay. Wow, man. The
I know.
Chargers. They're just. Oh man. You never know what you. I'm gonna go with the Chargers. I'm gonna go with the Chargers. I can't
All
keep
right.
put my money on the black quarterback just because he's black. You gotta have other qualifying skills or something.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Denver because Denver is actually fighting for their life, and Russell
Yeah.
Wilson works good under pressure. So I think Denver gonna do something with the Chargers. I think they gonna do something. All right, so let's move it along. We got a championship game coming up. This is, and whenever you see your nephew Eagles play, they always playing. It's always end up being like a championship game or something. So they are playing. The Eagles is going to the Big T, baby. They meeting up with the Dallas Cowboys. This gonna be the game of the week, really.
Yeah. That's
Uh,
gonna be one. This game, Dallas need this game more so, not just for their stats, but also to kind of prove that they can beat, um, a good
Super
team.
Bowl contending
They
team.
haven't really been beating good teams. They've fallen short. With Frisco, with some of the best teams. But I don't know if they're gonna do it this weekend. I'm gonna go with the Eagles. I
Yeah,
like the Eagles.
I'm gonna have to go with Philly. I ain't gonna. I already know what's gonna happen with this because they kind of mad. Did you see the game? We whooped on them two ways. Like,
I was keeping up. I was at work, but I was keeping up with the score last. I heard it was 35 to like 10 or something like that, 12, 14 or whatever. I was like, oh yeah, they blowing them out.
they
Um,
fist fought the whole game. I mean,
yeah,
player took off on the coach. Ain't no telling what that man
yeah,
said there. It was
yeah. I
a
did see
mess.
the highlights. Yeah, got a couple of people. The coach didn't. Yeah, the player got ejected. A coach or something got ejected.
Yeah, it was a hot
Yeah,
mess. It was a hot
yeah.
mess.
They meet up again. That's gonna be. They're gonna hype that so hard, so
And
big.
in the playoffs. I can't
Yeah.
wait.
You know.
Anyway, let's move it along. So who you got? Dallas or the Eagles? Philly.
I got the Eagles. I told you.
All right, I
I'm
got
going
Philly
Philly.
too.
You going Philly? I'm going Philly.
I ain't going no damn Dallas. They ain't going. Tennessee Titans is going to the MIA, baby. They want to see Miami nightlife.
Yeah.
4-8, Dolphins 9-3. No brainer for me.
Yeah. I'm going with the same pick you going with.
My
I'm
cousin said,
going with
when
Miami.
is the Super Bowl? Super Bowl is like the first or second week of February.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So we got a
Usually
ways
around the
to go,
second.
and it's exciting getting there. It's a journey, honey. It's a journey. All right.
Yeah.
So lastly, we gonna have we got two Monday games. Yeah. Green Bay
I think they're playing a game overseas or something, right?
I think maybe.
Yeah.
No. They playing in New Jersey and Florida. You
Oh, they
got the
are. I thought
Green
they were.
Bay Packers going to New York Jets Stadium. The
Yeah.
Jets is 4-8. The Packers is 6-6.
I'm going with the Packers.
Yeah,
I
me too.
liked how they played last week.
Play
And
really well.
the dude Jordan Love, he's starting to come into his own. They
Yeah.
put a lot of hype around him, but he's starting to get into his own. He stopped with the turnovers. He's gonna be all right.
He did really good. I'm so proud of that kid. He did really good. I was shocked. That was the first game I really watched the whole game of the Packers, and he really played really well. So yeah,
Yeah.
kudos to him. All right, let's get back to SF. Who you got? Go on and tell it. Say it with your chest out. You got Seattle Seahawks 6-6. They fighting for their life. They coming to San Francisco. They
Yeah,
come
that game right there, that's like,
our team to
you
beat.
know,
We
I, well, now I'm just gonna go with the default team. You know my default. Whatever, whoever the home team is, that's what I'm going with.
You know you wanted to say SF. You ain't got to say it like that. You
What?
say it with your
Look, I
chest out.
live in Frisco. I love Frisco.
You better say it with your chest out, boy.
I'm going with the home team. I'm going with the default.
All right, we got our picks in. I gotta send you these picks. I had to send them to you because I didn't send you to you the last time, so that's why you don't know where we at. That's all right though,
Yeah,
because I won more
we're
than
gonna
you
tally it
last.
up. We're gonna tally it up.
Okay,
Maybe we'll put a fruit basket on it or something.
no push-ups,
Ah man, I've been doing too many push-ups.
Adrian.
Nah, but
Uh,
I didn't change my workout because now I go to the gym, so it's not as many push-ups and burpees like back in the days. Now I do free weight. I still do a lot of pull-ups, use a pull-up bar and stuff like that. But yesterday I ran a couple of miles.
how many miles did you run, Adrian?
I just 2 miles. I just ran 2 miles.
Two, and you ran.
Yeah.
I walked 2 miles, so you ran. That's good.
Now I ran, jogged, ran, sprinted towards the end, you know, because doing all them burpees and stuff like that we should do, it
That's
mess your
that.
body up. It mess your back up after so long.
Yes, it do. Hey, Tonda, we got Tonda Leah in the chat. Look at you come through my little
What's up,
chat
Tonda?
liners. What up? All right, Adrian, guess what? It is your favorite time of the show. It is the Dear Treat and Adrian letter. And
Yeah.
I sent it to you. I didn't get a chance to read it.
Oh, you didn't? So yeah, I got the letter. Read the letter. Well, go ahead and read it. It's not a whole lot of information. He kept it real short and sweet. So
Uh-huh.
read the letter. Let's read it so we can get into it.
Okay, let's go. Dear Tree and Adrian, my wife and I had an excellent relationship that involved a lot of partying. After I was injured on the job, I became addicted to painkillers, which
Yeah,
resulted in a 20-year battle addiction. 20 years.
20
Over
years.
the years of trying unsuccessfully to get sober, I asked my wife to slow down her drinking to help me get sober. Hmm. She refused, and ultimately our marriage fell apart. We decided to stay together until our kids were out of school, and wouldn't you know, no sooner did we separate than I was able to get sober. I know it wasn't her fault. I was addicted. I think I'm probably better off getting divorced, but I still love her. And I'm curious if you guys think we should end it or give it another try. Signed, Sober Man in LA. Wow.
Yeah, he right down in the city. LA. Booyah.
That hat. I love that hat. Burgundy is your favorite color, so I know. But it
Yeah,
looks well
burgundy.
on
Yeah,
your
I
face.
love burgundy green. Yeah,
It looks good on you. I see why burgundy is your favorite color. I love that hat.
yeah, I like that burgundy. You know,
Hmm.
need to get a haircut though.
Okay. All right. I see you
Yeah,
little rough stuff up there. Got a little afro.
yeah, got the rough neck going on. You know.
I
Yeah.
remember when I used to say something about your head, all you used to say was that's how God made me.
Hey, you know, I got a funny shaped head, man. You got to embrace it. You know, I'm blessed. You know, this is God blessed me with a funny shaped head. You know what I'm saying? But
I
you
love
know,
that about you though. Anytime that is your whole thing. If somebody bag on something about your body parts, all you gonna say is that's how God made me.
yeah,
It's
you
the
got to
truth.
accept it, man. It's a blessing.
All right, come on.
Well,
What you in LA,
I
Adrian?
want to get into this letter, right?
Yeah.
You know, for one, I want to applaud him on his sobriety. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
a great
After
thing.
decades of
Um,
painkillers.
yeah. So that's a great milestone. He's sober. Congratulations on your sobriety.
Yes.
The letter was it really didn't give us a lot of information, particularly when it comes to how his wife may feel about him. He says that he still love her,
Wow.
um, but she wasn't willing to
Stop.
curtail her use, her use of alcohol or drugs. And he indicated that she may have been addicted too. And when addiction is involved in any relationship, it's a recipe for disaster. It's because now you're looking at a unhealthy relationship. Because whenever you're dealing with addiction or someone who's addicted, you're not necessarily dealing with that person. You're dealing with the alcohol, the
Yeah.
drugs.
Yeah.
You're not dealing with that person.
Right.
And for her not to be willing to take the steps to become sober, to help her husband in his sobriety, um, that shows a lack of care, a lack of love, lack of real concern and care for her husband and their family. They have kids, so because he did mention that the kids were they were going to wait till the kids were adults. So at this point, as far as them getting back together, without knowing, how he didn't kind of like expound on if she has become sober herself at this point, if she still loved him, clearly he still loved her. Um, but with the information that he gave us in this letter, I do not believe that it'll be to his benefit to get back with his wife. I believe that he should focus on his sobriety, focus on the things he can do to, um, you know, um, tighten the bond with his kids,
Yeah.
and get his life on track. And if someone else come along, you find someone else, hey, that can support him in his sobriety, in his life. Look look for that rather than trying to get back with your wife who did not support you in your sobriety, was not willing to get sober herself, for you or the kids, or herself, as well. So, no, I do not think that he should get back with her at this stage. With the information that he gave us.
Right. Well, I
Yeah,
have to agree with you on that one. I don't think that he should get back with her. He did give us a few little clues. At the end, he said, I think I'm probably better off getting divorced. And then he said, but I still love her. And so for you to
yeah,
even have the mindset, the thought that you're better off getting a divorce, a lot of times that's your the my what people say, my first mind said to do this, but I really think it's the Holy Spirit,
yeah,
depending on if you're a Christian or not, letting you know to go right and not left. So he gave us that little clue. He did say, but I still love her. What we as human beings have to understand, I've said this a million times, you can love someone. Just because you love someone doesn't mean you have to be in a relationship, in a romantic relationship with them. A lot of people don't love each other in a relationship, and then when they get out of a relationship, they're the best of friends. So you can still love her and not be in a romantic relationship with her. um Another reason why I don't think that they should get back together is when he said we decided to stay together until our kids were out of school. And so can you imagine living in a household with someone, and it don't say how old the kids are, but just imagine this was years of addiction. So these kids
yeah,
probably grew up with this stuff, and you guys, and it didn't get any better over time. You know what I'm saying? Like it didn't get any better. And so, and even though I know, like he said, he had an addiction and she was a drinker, but you guys still made the conscious decision to stay together through both of you guys' addiction, and it didn't get better until you broke up. So that's number one. Another clue, like things wasn't good when y'all was together. So
yeah,
just another thing is, just because you love someone don't mean things gonna be good the way when you for y'all to be together. But one thing, lastly, that I
yeah,
want to say to you, sober man in LA, is the part when you put in here, over the years of trying unsuccessfully to get sober, I asked my wife to slow down her drinking to help me get sober. Now, here is the thing, and I'm happy. I applaud you that you're sober. Hey, Toya, I see you in the chat. I see you, Tonda. Congratulations on sobriety, is what she's telling sober man in LA. But this is
absolutely.
what I wanted to say about this. Over the years, you tried yourself and it was unsuccessful. I don't understand how you would expect for her, who's addicted to drinking, to slow down her drinking just to help you get sober. The outlet you should have, the ultimatum you should have been giving her is she needs to slow down her drinking to get herself sober and to help herself. Sometimes it's not what we're thinking we should say is the right thing that come out of our mouth. I mean, sometimes the things that come out of our mouth to a person is kind of not the right thing to say. Because if I have a drinking problem, if I'm drinking and you addicted to painkillers, and you come at me in concern of only yourself with your addiction, then how am I? What am I? You want me to stop drinking to help you get sober? Who gonna help me? I might need you to help me. Like, so I think a lot of times, and I hate to get into this, but I got to with this because this kind of triggers something. A lot of times men expect their wives to be this superwoman, and whatever we going through, forget it. I need your help. And that's what that part
Yeah.
reminded me. It's like, she got a drinking problem. Why didn't you help her get sober so she can help you?
Well, see, that's another thing. Now he didn't actually say that she had like a drinking problem, or that she was, fighting addiction. And she may have looked at it that way. She may have looked at it like, I'm perfectly fine drinking, socially or drinking at the work or whatever. I'm not addicted to it. So why should my drinking, interfere with you getting sober?
Right,
So she may have looked at it like, I don't have a problem,
right. And
so
that's
why should I stop doing what I'm doing?
and that's true. Because he says she refused. But a
Yeah,
lot of times, my point with this is sober man in LA is a lot of times, and your relationship might be over, I don't know. But a lot of times it's not about what you're saying, is how you saying it. Like, I think that if you probably would have came at her with a scenario of saying, look, I need you to slow down drinking so you can help yourself and help me at the same time. Because if I see you helping yourself, then that might help me get off of these pills. Or, we both can't be addicts. I can Let's help each other let me
yeah.
help you stop drinking, slow down drinking. It's just like to me, it's like cold blooded. Like, I asked her to slow down on drinking to help me get sober. Like, what are you? If she's drinking a lot, then something is obviously wrong with her drinking. So you can't expect a person to quit their addiction and slow down their stuff to help you get out of what you're going through. And kudos to you, you got out of it. But I just think that part right there did a trigger for me. Like, you wanted this woman to stop what she was doing to help you get out of something. It's like you never really took responsibility um of getting sober from get-go. You wanted her to help you get sober, and the fact that she didn't help you is what I'm taking is why you saying your marriage fell apart.
Well, I look at it that scenario right. I look at it like this. It's like when I smoke, and I still struggle with it, right? And so
Wait, let's
if
get
I'm
clear.
living with someone, in a
What do you
relationship with someone.
what do you smoke? Put that out there because you just said I smoke. What you smoke?
Oh well,
Let's
man,
clear that part up.
I call myself, smoking Black and Miles, right, to curtail my smoking. And now I gotta have a Black and Mild, like, at least, once a day, and yeah, and I'm slowly but surely backing off smoking them.
To
But
curtail
it's
your
difficult. But
smoking, to curtail your weed smoking, right? Let's get that clear. We got
no, no,
million.
no, Black and Mild, the Black and
No, I
Mild
said you
cigars.
started smoking Black and Mouse to curb the weed smoking, right?
Well, no, it was just like, being out of prison and being able to do this and do that, because I didn't smoke for like the first year. I've been out 2 years. And so I got one for my partner, and we were drinking. And so when I'm having a drink, having a little smoke to go with it afterwards, it's like, kind of like balance it or whatever, right?
Right.
Because I had to stop smoking weed. I haven't smoked weed in like maybe about 8 months because of my job, right? you
Okay.
know
Also,
so but the tobacco is a little different.
right.
But I'm saying it in this way: if you're if say if you're trying to stop smoking and your partner smoke, it's going to make it kind of difficult for you to quit yourself.
Right.
Now if you guys doing it together, then it's a little better because now you don't smell the smoke, you don't see that person smoking, and it kind of helps you along. And I'm thinking that he's talking about it in that way, that he asked his wife to slow down her drinking so that it doesn't trigger him to want to use a drink or get lit, right? You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So I think he was talking in that sense. You guys are in the same house. Yeah, and I do think that his wife should have supported him in that. They should have supported each other.
Right.
But for whatever reason, she refused. She refused, and the marriage, like he said, the marriage fell apart. because of it, and once he left her, he was able to more likely get into a sober environment where there wasn't drug or alcohol use, and he was able to get sober.
Right.
So I think that's he was talking about it in that sense that it was just a trigger for him to see her drunk or drinking, and it just made him want to use again.
It could
Um,
be because he said once they got separated, he was able to get sober. Well, we got Tonda in our chat said addiction is no joke. It's not something you can just stop because someone tells you. Exactly.
yeah,
Exactly. And that was my thing with that. Like, she's obviously addicted to drinking. That's why she refused. I think if he would have handled it a different way, babe, let's go to counseling because we both got a problem.
yeah,
It's one way. I think sometimes as men, they not saying all men, but a lot of times men, y'all used to being coddled by mothers, and then y'all used to get, and then you get coddled by the wife, and then I think sometimes the communication is off. Not to mention we're two different people. Like men and women think differently. And so um I think it he could have framed it, at least in this letter, he could have framed it as more as we both needed help. She
yeah,
needed help just as much as I needed her help. And I wanted her to stop drinking, so it would have probably helped me to stop taking painkillers. So, and I told it to her,
yeah,
but to come at her and say, I need you to slow down drinking to help me get sober. And it could be how you said it, Adrian, but it's just like some stuff seems selfish. Like, I need you to help me to stop drinking. And then,
yeah,
like, I need you to help me to do that. Like, like, I could just say, okay, I'm gonna stop drinking. Now let's work on you getting sober. Forget my cravings,
yeah,
forget my demons, but I'm gonna just stop drinking to get you sober. And that's how I took it. You know what I'm saying? And I think, communication, I say this all the time, you get more bees with honey than you do with where you say things.
yeah. I still think that they he going through, and they still he's tapping it, or they still yeah, I think they still like involved from what particularly that last sentence. I think if we should get back together, so end it or give it another try. I believe they've already been,
They didn't
getting in
already.
together and stuff. Yeah,
You
you know
are
what I'm
right.
saying?
You're right, Adrian. They already
Yeah,
been bumping nasty. Somebody, but I
yeah.
still love.
His thing is, I believe at this point is, so they're still, having, sexual relations, kicking in and all that with each other. And he's like, look, man, do I want to dive back in? Because it's an indication that she, if we should get back together. So it's like an indication, like, yeah, she's still kind of like feeling me and I'm feeling her and we're still connecting. But do I want to go right back into that? You know what I'm saying? So I think he's they're having, sexual relationships, relations with each other. You know what I'm saying? Use Bill Clinton term, right? Um, and he's just wondering, should he go all the way back 10 toes in? Because right now he's in, he's got that deniability. You know what I'm saying? They basically divorced, they separated,
He
but
did
he's still
that.
getting it. He's still
Did
tapping it. She's still,
that. Well,
yeah, you know what I'm saying.
I
So he want to know, should he go right? He go all 10 toes in.
listen.
That's my interpretation.
Since you put it like that, Adrian, sober man in LA, go on to stay in it to win it, baby. Y'all are married. So if y'all still hitting it and splitting it, go on and try to make it work. Give it another try. It seems like you already got one foot in. Now, because here's your test. Here's your test. This is your strength. Because even being sober, you have to be able to be around other addicts. Like you can't, you're not gonna just go through this world and say, okay, I'm not gonna be around no more addicts. You might, if she's still drinking and you're sober now, you might be able to help her, brother man. So yeah, if y'all still hitting it and you still love her and she's still feeling you, I'm gonna try to make it work then. I changed my mind on this one. I didn't look at it that way,
Yeah.
Adrian. Look at
Well,
you.
I'm still I'm still not like telling him that they should, get back together. They haven't gotten divorced. They're still married.
Yeah,
They're still, from my interpretation of this letter, they're still having sexual relationships, right? They're still getting together with each other, or whatever, right? You know what I'm
peace and
saying?
love.
So I think that he should focus on her sobriety,
Now,
and to see if do she admit that she's sober? I mean, that she's addicted? Is she
right,
in denial about it? Do she want to get sober? Do she want to stop drinking?
right,
Is it causing? Because one of the definitions of addiction is, when it get in the way of your ability to function. When it get in, your relationships,
right,
your work, your family relationships. If it interferes with that, then that's an addiction.
right,
But you have functioning addicts as well. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Um, but yeah, I think he should focus on trying to get her to look at her drinking, and if that's really a problem, because it don't seem like it's just social. It seem like because he just wanted to slow down, so she must be going pretty fast, right? Just slow down a bit, you know what I'm saying? So she may have a drinking problem, and you guys need to address that before you say let's get back together. Because if you guys get back together and she's heavily drinking and that's a trigger for you,
Right.
then you could fall
That's
right back into your addiction. And you have I mean, all addiction is bad, but addiction to painkillers, that those are opioids.
yeah.
We know, the drug crisis in the country, and what
That
fentanyl and opioids is
killing
doing to
people.
folks.
Yeah.
So you need to really focus on your sobriety and see if you can help her figure out what's going on with her drinking, before you just say, yeah, let's go back all the way back into this, because you need to focus on your sobriety. That's like a young, like your cousin said, that's addiction is powerful. It's not no easy fix to it.
Tonda said triggers are people, places, and things. So you would have to separate yourself from all those things to get to the place of being sober and staying sober. I agree with that. You got to separate yourself in the beginning. But to me, the only way you know you really sober is if you able to. I ain't saying go kick it with people that's doing drugs and doing different things, but if you're able to be around people that is. I remember when I stopped smoking weed years ago. Um, One way I knew I was over it is when I was around people that was smoking weed and I didn't want it. I didn't hit it. It didn't. I didn't crave it. I didn't want it. And so I just think like if you run from it, eventually it's gonna cross your grass. And what you gonna do? You gotta be able. You gotta be prepared to. So I do think you should stay away from it. I agree with Chanda in the beginning and people, places, and things in the environment. But eventually you're going to run across it again, and you got to be able to address it, and you got to be able to stand 10 toes down on being sober. So, Adrian, I think Adrian is saying that, so Sober Man in LA, Adrian is saying, check things out, test, see how her drinking level is before you get 10 toes back into something that could pull you back to the painkillers.
Yeah,
I say basically the same thing, but if you already still hitting it, don't get no divorce right now, because y'all still got some kind of connection. Divorces are final, and who wants to get a divorce to get married all over again? So take your time, like Adrian said, test the waters with her drinking. If it's a problem for you, Because in that, it might not even be a problem for him. It just sounded like he needed her to stop drinking to help him get sober. But if it's a problem for you, then I don't think you should get back into it until she is probably sober a little bit from the drinking. But if it's not a problem with you and y'all still hinting and split it, don't get no divorce. That's still your wife. Try to make it work. Try to help her get off of alcohol now that you're off the painkillers.
That
All
part.
right. That was kind of long, Adrian. We took that kind of long. I really didn't have any court cases or anything. I was sick a lot. It's a lot going on with Puff Daddy getting sued by all the women he didn't ever touch in his life. We gonna talk about that later.
Yeah, yeah,
They own his
boy.
really.
Hell yeah. You
This
know, he paid one lawsuit now. Every year they all like, look, can I get it? You know, they everybody got their hands out now, you know?
a shark is coming out. You know what? It's about time on Puffy. Puffy done robbed a lot of black artists. All the time in contract with him. He done robbed them people blindly, got them into them contracts, and then became a billionaire off of their songs. And now their songs ain't worth a penny. He want to give them the masters back. So I'm not really offended that anybody's tapping his pocket. They need to tap his pocket because he's been tapping people bank accounts for a long time now. So it's time that you pay the piper.
Yeah,
P Diddy or whatever, Puff
yeah.
Daddy, Diddy, whatever you want to call it. Toya said, Lord have mercy, it's becoming too much. Yeah, it's becoming too much and it's gonna get worse. I think people thinking Cassie brought him down. I think Cassie was just a pawn. He is suing the almost $1 trillion liquor company. He's suing them people for racial discrimination.
Okay.
He was in partnership with these people for 15 years. After 15 years of partnership, he decides to sue these people at the beginning of this year or the middle of this year. And guess what started happening? After that lawsuit of $100 million lawsuit, he trying to sue them for discrimination. All of a sudden, after he filed that lawsuit against some people, they've been bringing his butt down. I don't think
Yeah,
it's happened by coincidence, y'all. I really don't, Adrian. After him
yeah.
and Cassie been broken up for years now. Why all of a sudden this lady coming up with that lawsuit? All of a sudden, she had all
Yeah.
this information on him: sex trafficking, drug abuse, mental abuse, physical abuse. All of a sudden, right now in 2023, after he filed this lawsuit on these people, Cassie come out of the woodworks with a lawsuit on him. And it's so bad, she knows something. She knows something worse than the lawsuit she done filed because
Well,
he.
not only do she know something, but she has evidence. You know, she
Yes,
has, you know, some type of documentation for him
video.
to, you know, pay her right off. I mean, you know, he immediately, you know, once the lawsuit, the information came out, you know, the next week I heard he paid, you know, paid her off and it was over or whatever. Then, you know, the other lawsuits
4 hours.
followed. So yeah, she has some information on him. Has evidence, you know, that he didn't want to be you know,
Exposed.
more likely let out in court and publicized, you know. So he chose to try to, you know, sweep it under the table real quick. And, you know, with these other lawsuits, they're not allowing that to happen, you know,
Yeah, and
and
people are
putting
saying,
him
well,
on
he could have
blast.
paid her off at first. I don't think he could have paid her off at first. I think them people got in contact with her. That's who I think they got in contact
Yeah.
with Cassie. I think them liquor people that got in contact with Cassie and they bringing Diddy butt down. Diddy, you 1 billion
Yeah.
there. Those people is 99.99 billionaire. Dang, they're trillionaires. And people, you start messing with the wrong people, they will put you in your place, buddy. And that's exactly what they did. They used his own stuff to destroy him. And guess what now? They're saying You can't be the model for our liquor company.
Hey, you breaking up? You breaking up pretty bad, Teresa.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can, but so your image is froze and you're breaking up bad. So I don't know if your connection is my connection. Can you hear me good?
I hear you good. So
Okay, there you go. There you go. Whatever you did, that I see you. Yeah, now you're moving. At first you were.
it was stuck. I
Yeah.
get you done.
Yeah, gotcha.
But anyway, yeah, I think it's the
Anyway,
liquor people. I don't, and I also said this when Keefe D got arrested this year. Why is this all of a sudden happening? Remember, we talked about that? Like, why all of a sudden? Puffy got ties to that case.
yeah,
Allegedly, he offered Keefe D $1 million for Suge and Tupac Head. The people that went through his butt like a fine tooth comb. They didn't got, I
yeah,
bet you, them people are so rich. I bet you they got on LVPD to get this case going. What's up with this case? They is on his head and they gonna bring him down. That he done already had he was CEO, president of Revolt TV. He done had
yeah,
to, it's so many sponsors. Macy's then took his clothes, which nobody was wearing Sean John no dang way no more. Anyway, everybody is taking their stuff from him. And then you got the sharks in the water finna start suing. This last girl to sum it all up, she said, and she got pictures. She said he did stuff to her when she was 17. Yeah.
no bueno, no bueno. Yeah,
So Puffy, it's your time to pay the piper. You've been robbing black folks for decades now, robbing them kids for decades.
yeah,
Pay the piper, baby, and I am gonna be sitting here with my popcorn and me a soda or water, waiting to see it. Can't
yeah.
wait. Yep, and then we'll probably talk about this a little later on because this is an actual case that's going on, the Young Thug case. I've been watching this
Oh,
every
Young
day.
Thug, I saw that. Yeah,
It's getting good. It's getting good. I got to tell you about this defense attorney that I have started stalking online. Allegedly, not literally stalking, just to say, just looking him up because he's amazing. Anybody catch a criminal case in Atlanta, y'all better find him. That man is doing
yeah,
he good work, and I know he costs a lot. He's Young Thug's attorney, one of his attorneys, but he's doing good work, Adrian. We're gonna get into it. We've been on here for an hour now, so we're gonna get off. But we're gonna get into that case. I gotta show a clip of that attorney in action, man. I was like, oh my goodness. He yeah.
yeah.
He the real. But guess what? He used to be a prosecutor. He used to be a
Oh, you
prosecutor.
work for the public defender's office or something?
No, he's a paid attorney. He's a high price paid attorney. He's a black man too. And he good. He good. He is they got this RICO case going and it's crazy. Crazy, crazy. You know how they you know a little bit about this. You know how they pull up all of these gang cases from people from your neighborhood.
You breaking up again.
You
You
know what?
breaking up. You're still again. It,
Hold on.
is it your connection? Yeah, you're like this now. That's how you. Yeah, that's how I see.
Hold on.
Okay, okay. There you go.
All right, we're gonna get off of here because I keep breaking up, so I'm
Okay.
losing connection. We'll get into the RICO case next week. All right, Adrian.
All right, I read up on it, so I'm ready. I'm ready for it.
All right, cool. All right, y'all, Facebookies, Twitter fingers, and my YouTubers. Until next week, we are on new time. We on new day. We on Wednesdays for right now. Same time, 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, 7 o'clock Central Standard Time. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, share. We on all platforms. I need to see my chat liners come through. Toya said, I seen somebody say, take that, take that. Yes, they giving them left and right. They need to give Puff Daddy left and right. But anyway, until next time,
Oh,
Adrian,
don't he?
thanks for always pulling up. And I
Thank you. Thank you.
later, guy. We are out of here.
Peace.
Peace.